Trucker Dump for March 25th, 2009, Episode 5. The High Idle Saga continues.
Welcome to Trucker Dump, where you'll get one driver's insights and sometimes humorous views of truck driving and the trucking industry, and pretty much anything else he feels like dumping on you. This podcast is brought to you by AboutTruckDriving.com. Resources to help you understand the world of truck driving through the use of stories and a pathetic attempt at humor.
Hey there, Todd McCann here. Welcome back to the next exciting installment of Trucker Dump. In other words, welcome back to the Wine Fest. This blog post explains something that happens to us drivers all the time, so let's get on with it. I entitled this one, The High Idle Saga Continues. Thought I'd give you an update on our truck's mechanical issues. First of all, I haven't went all Scarface on anybody, so that's good. At the time of my last post about this topic, we were expecting to get into our company shop by the next night. I'm happy to report that that is exactly what happened. But when we got there, we found out that the shop was only open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Apparently, the economy had struck again and our company had laid off 13 mechanics and cut the remaining staff's hours. We'd been expecting them to have all day Friday to work on our truck, and if they weren't finished by then, at least we knew they could finish up the repairs on Saturday and send us on our merry little way. Instead, we had to hope that they could get everything done by 5 p.m. If not, we'd be stuck at the yard until Monday morning. And that sounded about as appealing as a Weight Watchers bikini calendar. First, the good news. I'm happy to report that they got everything repaired by 5 p.m. When I checked in at 8 a.m., they didn't have an empty garage bay open, so they sent us a couple of blocks down the street to get a front end alignment. The evil overlord and I played co-op Lego Star Wars on our Nintendo DS's while we waited. By the time we got back to our shop, they had cleared a bay and told us to pull right in. How's that for sweet timing? They found a short in a wire that was causing my weird electrical issues, so it was nice to know that my wipers would actually work during the next blizzard. They replaced our cracked windshield and replaced a part on our AC system. The mechanic said he wasn't even going to mess with the broken piece of plastic under our front bumper since I had already zip-tied it up off the ground. And best of all, they hooked up their computer to our truck and reprogrammed the entire system so that the high idle would work. Now the bad news. Once we got out of the shop, we high idled our truck and everything seemed to be working perfectly. We ended up being there until Saturday evening, so the truck ran on high idle for a little over 24 hours. That's way longer than it did before, so we assumed the problem was fixed. But as is typical when you assume something, we were wrong. We didn't park again until the next night. It hasn't worked right since. Not long after, our check engine light came back on, and our truck started bucking like a cowboy on a pissed-off bull. At least the bucking was a sporadic thing, and really only occurred when pulling a heavy load up a hill. Our AC had also decided to get squirrely on us again. Fast forward to this past weekend. We called our road maintenance department and arranged for our truck to be left at our local Freightliner dealer while we took our home time. They would have 3 days to perform the exorcism. I picked up the truck Monday and here's the report I got. They found a problem with the AC and fixed it. They found and fixed the bucking issue. As for the high idle problem, the shop manager said they left the truck running for 2 hours, but the high idle never kicked off. Wouldn't you know it? He said that they had done a recall on part of the electrical system, and he thought that that could be the problem, but he admitted it was just a guess. With trepidation, I drive the truck home. That night, we hop in the truck, hit the high idle button, and start loading the truck. A whole 5 minutes goes by before my demon-possessed truck decides it doesn't much care for high idle, and promptly drops down to low idle again. I hit the button again, and 5 minutes later, it goes off again. Ugh. For the love of Pete, why couldn't that have happened for the guys at Freightliner? Well, we're back on the road again, and our stubborn, high blood pressure-inducing truck decides when it wants to high idle and when it doesn't. Never fear, though, I've figured out how to fix her. If I could just remember where I put that big old sledgehammer. So what's up with your car or truck? Got a lemon? You know you want to rant about it. Head over to truckdriving.com, type TD005 into the search bar, and rant away in the comments section. If you'd prefer, you can also contact me through email at truckerdump@gmail.com or if you can manage a rant in 140 characters, over on Twitter, where I'm at Todd McCann. That's 2 D's, 2 C's, and 2 N's. And hey, I wanted to tell you that I do plan on reading some of your feedback on the show once it starts pouring in, which I'm sure it will. So send in your thoughts ASAP. Well, thanks for listening to yet another rant. So until next time, drive safe and stay out of my way.